up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another quick reaction for you guys. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is free to subscribe, share, and like the video as well. And hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. Now, this particular clip was a doozy. This particular woman is a side chick, right? But she wants to be the main chick, but it's not happening. So let's get into this. I want to get y'all thoughts on this. I'm going to give my 2 cents on the side chicks and what I think about them. And I want y'all to chime in the comments as well. Let me know your thoughts on this one. Comment, like, subscribe. Y'all know what it is. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Here we go.
Well, I'm the side chick, remember? So.
Wait, I thought you
trying to graduate though,
right?
We
thought you wanted to graduate to be the main chick.
I can't.
Huh?
See, it's difficult and it's complicated.
He has a wife.
Yes.
I was trying not to take it there because, baby girl, I hate to say it, but your self-worth is low. You got the audacity, baby, to come to the microphone and ask us, what is it going to take for you to leave somebody that you knowingly belongs to somebody else? And then she also said, but I love him. You love him more than you love yourself. That's one thing that I do, peep. There is no amount of money, no amount of riches, no amount of nothing for a man to be able to put you in second place. But my problem is I think you put yourself in second place because sometimes we come in and we want to please people so bad because we want to be accepted that we put these people on a pedestal and we make them superior and we make ourselves inferior so they're going to keep on treating you like you inferior. I'm sorry, y'all. I hate to get this passionate, but when you wake up and then you go and brush your teeth in the morning and you sit there and say, I'm a side chick. How does that make you feel? When you go through your day, when you texting this man, when you talking to this man in the car because he can't talk to you in front of his wife. When this man is on a business trip, he can't talk to you in the presence of his own home. In this man's own kingdom, you are a peasant. You're not allowed to come into this man's kingdom.
Yeah!
Woo, baby. Listen. You know, I've seen this clip a couple of times and listen, she went off because it's the truth. As much as women like to point the fingers at men and talk and say all these things about men, there are a lot of desperate women out here. There are a lot of women desperate for a man. As much as they say they don't need them and they're independent and they can take care of themselves, a lot of women out here are desperate for men to the point they would be willing to make themselves side chicks. To the point where you would be second to a man's wife, you know. And once again, y'all know I do not condone cheating. I think if you want to have multiple women, I don't think you should be married. That's just me. I know it's not, everybody don't think like that, but that's just my opinion. But for a woman to be secondary to a man's wife, you know this man, you are not his main priority. You know you're not the main chick. You know you will never be. They subject themselves to this because they are desperate to have companionship. They're desperate to have a man in their life, so they'll be willing to take you, you know, any way that they can get you. And you got to ask yourself, is it that bad out here? You got to think about yourself. Look at you. Are you so bad that you can't go get your own man? What is it about you that you can't get a man who is willing to commit to you? What is wrong with you to the point where you will be willing to be somebody's plaything? Because that's what I call side chicks. They the playthings. You on the side, you're there at his beck and call whenever he wants to pick you up and scoop you up, and he wants to just, you know, give a little time to you. You're ready, open, and available. When he got a little time away from his wife, he just go and scoop you up and get whatever he want out of you, and then he keep it moving, go back to his family. So you gotta feel really low as a person, in my opinion, to put yourself in that position. I think that's a sad situation to be in, honestly. And I think you have to have low self-esteem in order to put yourself in that position, because you don't think highly enough of yourself to believe that you can get your own man, or you not able to get your own man. What is wrong with you? So I think, you know, there are a lot of women out there like that, to be honest with you. And we don't, you know, they don't want to talk about the side chicks. You don't want to talk about the women fooling with somebody else's man. You know what I mean? And thinking that one day this man is going to leave his family and be with you, and it never happens. It never happens. The majority of these men who got these side chicks, they don't leave their wives. And some of the wives be knowing about the side chicks at that. And they be like, okay, well, whatever. As long as you bringing the money home, as long as you taking care of home, then I ain't worried about it. You know, that couldn't be me. I couldn't deal with that. But there are a lot of women who have just decided, you know, okay, yeah, we know she get a little bit of your time, but she ain't really getting much. She ain't really getting much of your resources because all of your resources are coming home. She's in the house with the family and he's off just, giving her a little bit of time whenever he can. So and I always wonder, as women who decide to be side chicks, how do y'all really feel? That must be miserable, because I couldn't do it. I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? How do you feel just being with this man, knowing that he'll never be able to take you seriously, that you'll never be the main chick? And a lot of these women, as much as they might say, well, no, I know my place, a lot of them don't. A lot of them are hoping that one day this man walk away from his family and make them the main chick. And it never happens. And women have called into radio shows disgusted and mad and crying about the fact that their man, won't leave his wife. And that he's not really committed to them. They really hope and pray that would happen. Look, I've seen situations where women who were the side chicks were with this man before he got married. The man got married, had a whole wife. The wife passed away, and he still didn't marry that side chick. He still went and married somebody else. So that ought to show you are not a priority for him. And once you make yourself a side chick, that's all you're going to be, because that man is never going to take you seriously. He see you just as that and nothing more, because if he did, he would have married you. And so I think it's a sad situation. And I think for the women out there who put themselves in that position, you gotta do better. You gotta do better. There's no way you should be a piece of meat for a man and knowing this man got a whole family. That's who he's committed to. And you just you're just willing and open to get a little bit of his time whenever he can. You're just waiting in the wings, like, oh, whenever he has time for me, after he's done with his family and making sure they good, oh, he'll come over, he'll throw me a few bones, and you okay with that? No, you get the scraps of the man. You get the little bits and pieces of him. He get to come to you and do everything his wife probably don't want to do. He gets to come to you and just, use you for whatever it is that he want, because you're available, and you're okay with that? Man, that's insane to me. I don't know. And then they feel good about it. Oh, you're the side chick and you can't be the main chick because he's married, and you okay, you purposely doing that. So a piece of a man is better than none, right? Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if you know some side chicks in the comments. What do you think about that, And what do you think about married men who have side chicks? Do y'all condone that? Do you think that's okay? And listen, there are some men in marriages where they have these arrangements. Some women are okay with their husbands having side chicks. They're just like, hey, long as you don't bring no babies from the side chick and don't bring no diseases. There are some women who are okay with that, and they allow it with certain stipulations. So what's y'all thoughts on that? I want to hear what you got to say in the comments below. Let me know. Chime in. I want to hear your thoughts, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.